Hi guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today what I got for you is a video on turning your old hardware into actually usable equipment. Pretty much like old laptops, old desktops, turning them into usable devices now. So what I got for you is just how to install Linux. I'll be using Pear OS. I've seen some clips about it and it's pretty much like macOS, so I kind of thought it'd be funny to do. But that's really not important. Mainly it's just getting Linux onto your old devices to make them usable. So the first thing we'll look at here is Pear OS itself. So as you can see, kind of looks like Mac OS in terms of like the Pear with the byte taken out of instead of an Apple. They have their liquid gel display, or design is what they call it, and the installer looks exactly like Mac OS. Here's some pictures of it. But yeah, I just wanted to use this OS because I thought it was something fun to do. Like I said, there's plenty of other Linux distributions, things like that you can download. Here's a download. It's an ISO file. You download that, and then you have the installation guide here. As you can see, it says critical warning. Installing this will wipe the disk completely, so make sure you back up your stuff if you of course have something important that you want to back up. I'll walk you guys through the installation, but here's kind of like a pre-install checklist just to make sure that your device can use it. I would say pretty much all older devices should be able to use this. The main thing you want to check is that you can go into your BIOS and boot from USB. Some old devices don't even let you do that. You have to go in there first and allow that. But other than that, I would say you should be pretty good on running this. But anyways, let me show you now how to fully get this thing set up to boot it. Alright, so as you can see, I got Balena Etcher up. You can download this. It's a free tool online. You just type in Balena Etcher and you can download it from there. What you're going to do is just do flash from file. As you can see in our downloads, we have the ISO file here. You just click open. You want to make sure it's a thumb drive, not really a hard drive or anything. So this is my thumb drive, 16 gigs. They say I think it's 8 recommended. I recommend getting like a 16 gigabyte one just so that you can have other ISO files on it, things like that. And then you click flash. It's gonna ask me to type my password here. Alright, so all it's gonna do now is start to download this and flash that USB drive with Pear OS, and I'll get back with you guys once that's done. Alrighty guys, so after that flash drive is done, what you're gonna do is install it, but first I want to show the laptop that I'm using. As you guys can see, it's an old Dell. It's the Dell Latitude E5450. So, older laptop, not too old. It's got 16 gigs of RAM and a SATA SSD. So it's pretty actually. I've upgraded it a little bit. I believe it came with 8 gigs and a 2.5 hard drive, but I wanted the faster speed and more RAM, and I knew that this would be a great Linux machine. The keyboard feels very nice. I actually really like the keyboard on this laptop a lot. I think that's one of the best keyboards. But as you can see, it's pretty basic, I guess. I just wanted to show you guys the laptop. We got just a headphone jack on the side, SD card reader. We got USB, HDMI, USB, VGA, and your Ethernet. I have it plugged in right now because you will need a Ethernet connection for the installation, or at least Wi-Fi connection, either one. But I have an Ethernet jack just off to the side here that I can just easily get. But anyways, let me show you guys how to install. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're in the BIOS here. Here we can see my DDR3 RAM. So I have 8 gigs, so 16. Core i5, 5300U. So pretty good little CPU. It's got 2 cores. Nothing crazy, but perfect for this. We need to change. Oh, we don't need to change. I have used this laptop recently for other Linux. I was using Zorin OS, if any of you guys have heard of that. Uh, Pretty decent, but want to try this out. Uh, so my time is set. You want to make sure secure boot is disabled, and all you want to do now is change your boot order, which is back up here. So as you can see, Zorin OS. But yeah, click apply, exit, and then it should boot from the USB here on when it boots back up. All right, so here's the loading screen. As you can tell, it's a little bit like Apple. Nothing too crazy, I guess. They definitely just copied and pasted. I'm kind of surprised Apple hasn't done anything yet and been like, hey, you guys copied and pasted. But I think it's fun, especially if you kind of want a MacBook, but you don't want to pay MacBook price and you don't want the Neo. You can, I guess, look at this as an option if you buy, because this actually works with newer hardware too. So you can actually get like a modern laptop and put Pear OS on it. I just use it for old laptops because it makes them usable, or Linux does in general. And this laptop right here is just the perfect candidate for that. But anyways, it's just gonna load here, so I'll let that load. All right, guys. So now that that is done here, this is what it looks like. This is my first time going through it, so I'm also looking at this too. Uh, this is from the USB, so this is how it's going to look. I'm not going to click on anything right now other than just the installing, because that's what we want to do. I think I clicked on it. Click on it again, maybe. All right, wow, that was a bright screen. All right, so here's where we pick our language. We're gonna install. This looks exactly like macOS. I mean, this is as close as you can get, I guess. You know, you don't need to read those. We can just agree. Here's my Seagate drive. It's gonna clear everything from this. So I guess make sure you do back up if you have something important on here. It's giving us another warning here. It didn't ask us, but I know that if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, it'll ask you, or Ethernet connection, either one. So just make sure that you have a stable network connection. I always recommend when installing operating systems, go with Ethernet because that's going to give you the most stable. But if that's not an option for you, Wi-Fi should work fine, just as long as you don't move around a lot and just keep it where it has a good connection. So yeah, this is just going to install. I highly doubt that it's going to take 20 seconds. I mean, unless if something, I don't know, unless if it's really well optimized to download like that and small. But I'll just let it run, and yeah, I'll see you guys when it finishes. Alrighty, guys, so as you can see, the download has finished. This is the screen you get, kind of like macOS. Hit continue. It's going through this install, which looks a lot like macOS. Oh, scroll down really fast there. It should be somewhere over here. Just picking out my time zone. Here we go. So the full name. Tech with TJ. Account name TJ. A lot of the times they make you lowercase for the username. So I'm going to assume that this is the same way. All right. And then I guess I got to pick I'll pick that guy. Hit continue. And then we kind of wait here for the welcome screen. Alrighty guys, so here it is. Just gotta enter in my password. Alright. What's new? We can scroll down here and just see what's new. Pear. So instead of Siri, they do the AI style voice assistant. So it feels like AI. They mentioned it's not actually AI, so I guess that's okay. I mean, I assume so. Pafari, it's just like Safari. And then X11 to Wayland, so for better security, I guess. I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know much about that, but it says better security, so that's pretty good. This is just your welcome page that we kind of saw earlier, but instead it doesn't have the installed because we installed it. I'll just exit out of that. Alright guys, so this is how the desktop looks. As you can see, it's very, very macOS like. I'm my first time seeing this too, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so the the bar is just the exact same. Like I said, I'm going through this too, the same as you guys. So that's why I'm kind of just looking around right now. I'm seeing this for the first time. Alright, so even the settings look exactly, exactly like it. It's neat though that it shows your battery. That's a pretty cool add-on. Pear Intelligence. That's awesome. Say you gotta download it, just like Apple Intelligence. Switch to the dark theme. I like the orange, but I'll try blue. Alright, so the color kind of resets, but that's alright. Like I said, this is just something that's cool to do to old laptops. It gets you set up with Linux. In this case, this one is cloned to look exactly like macOS. There's other, like I said, there is other versions, so if you're like, I don't want macOS at all, you don't have to use this. I just thought this would be a little fun thing to do. So here's your browser, calculator, photos, music. I don't know exactly what Kate is, but I'll probably find out later. This is not really a tutorial on how to do things in this. I just wanted to show you guys how to download it to an old computer or laptop. Both use the same process. Download it to that USB stick, go into your BIOS, go to boot order, make sure it's from the USB, and then continue with the download. But anyways, that's just what I wanted to show you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.